Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, and I want to talk about Critical Role, and I want to talk about Season 3 of Bell's Hells, which is the season they're in right now. So they had Vox Machina, they had Mighty Nine, and now they're in Bell's Hells. And by the way, spoilers for Critical Role's current Season 3. And Sam Riegel self-deleted his character to destroy a villain, right? Now, this is important for several reasons. One, Sam Riegel, so first of all, that's pretty significant. So in order to, Sam Riegel self-deleted his fresh cut grass character from the campaign, right? He self-deleted himself, he self-deleted fresh cut grass. Fresh cut grass's life was expended specifically to end of another villain's life. All right. So Matthew Mercer allowed this sacrifice of a player character to happen. Right. Now, what's really interesting about this is Sam Riegel, Matthew Mercer, Fresh Cut Grass are all now intimately tied directly to Dungeons and Dragons. Right. So people talk about Matthew Mercer. Really, I think increasingly nobody cares about Critical Role. Critical Role does not matter. What matters is Matthew Mercer. Matthew Mercer is a very big deal. Matthew Mercer is a Dungeons and Dragons canon author. He authored, and actually, he was contracted for 3 books, right? And he delivered Explorer's Guide to Wildemount, and then he also delivered. What was the other one? He delivered Call to the Netherdeep. And then I think he's out of his contract. And the reason why is Darrington Press gave up the Exandria book that they had created. I think it was called like Talisarian Reborn, right? And Darrington Press like, we're a real boy. We can make our own, we don't need, Dungeons and Dragons. Here's our book, and it's not Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, we changed our mind, and now Talisarian Reborn is just another book on D&D Beyond, D&D canon, just like the other 2, right? So Matthew Mercer is a very big deal. Increasingly, Critical Role is not a big deal. But Sam Riegel, he self-deleted Fresh Cut Grass. That's huge, right? That's a very significant ending for a player character. And we're just starting to have these conversations in Dungeons & Dragons about player death. I just had a massive discussion about player death on player character death, about player character death on Twitter with Professor Dungeon Master and Seth Skorkowski, right? Like, this is a very open conversation that we're having. So it's important that Sam Riegel made this decision. But what's really fascinating is Sam Riegel, Matthew Mercer, and Fresh Cut Grass are very intimately tied to Dungeons & Dragons. I just told you how Matthew Mercer is massively tied to Dungeons & Dragons. Sam Riegel, increasingly, is emerging as the most rambunctious, the player that matters the most. In Critical Role, I really feel like, yeah, he's really outpacing the rest, and because he has bold play styles, right? But Fresh Cut Grass was literally named in, and here's proof, in my humble opinion, that Sam Riegel has clearly outpaced every other Critical Role player, right? Fresh Cut Grass, his character, was directly named in Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves by Justice Smith, who is a growing American celebrity. Massive growing American celebrity, a culturally important American celebrity. So, and Fresh Cut Grass was spoken by Elminster's grandson in Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, a character that is going to be famous because it's literally listed in Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, who now has been self-deleted by Sam Riegel. That's huge. That's a really big occurrence, right? I don't think that Sam Riegel was wrong to make that choice. I think it is okay, right, to make that choice in order to defeat a greater evil. I'm an evangelical Christian, of course. Yeah, I think that sacrifice, for the greater good is sacrifice to help everyone is that's literally the model. Every single word that you just heard is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.